Born in Berwick in 1945, Phil Lloyd grew up in Cambridge with an older and younger brother. Early on, ball, and in particular fastball, became Phil's passion. He was fortunate to have had several outstanding local players as mentors, including Bruz Cook, Carl Best, and Mike Francis. Bruz Cook and Mike Francis both coached Phil in his early years playing ball in Cambridge, teaching him the fundamentals of positional play. Phil's earliest taste of competitive ball was playing in a small league that included Berwick, Aylesford, and Waterville, as well as Cambridge. He started out as a third baseman and later switched positions to catcher, though he was best known in later years as a pitcher. Phil started pitching in the early 1970s when he was already in his mid-20s, relatively late for first becoming a pitcher. He was catching for a White Rock team coached by Frank Harlow, who noticed that when Phil threw the ball back to the pitcher, he threw it underhanded, and he threw it hard. Harlow asked Phil if he would be interested in pitching, and from then on, Phil was hooked. White Rock teammates Everett Butler and Albert Coldwell, both fine pitchers, taught him their combined pitching techniques, and Phil was an eager student. That 1972 White Rock team went on to finish as runners-up for the Provincial Intermediate C Championship. Phil soon learned how to make both a drop ball and a rising fastball work for him. His whip pitch fastball was once clocked at over 80 miles per hour. Phil became known as one of the top fastball pitchers in the Valley in the 70s and 80s. He moved on from White Rock to play for the Kentville Olins, the Waterville Mohawks, and the Berwick Easons. Along with being a good pitcher, he was effective at bat as well, often finishing in the top 10 in the league and batting to support his pitching. A highlight of Phil's career came in 1979. Pitching for the Berwick Easons, he threw a no-hitter against the Cornwallis Cougars. He also helped his own cause with 2 singles and drove in the game's winning run. That season, the Easons finished first in the Valley Softball League with a 13-5 record. Individually, Phil finished with a 7-2 record and an impressive earned run average of 1.07. The following year, 1980, Phil went unbeaten as a pitcher at 8-0, batted .450, and tied for the league lead in home runs with his teammate Rod Dory. In one game that season, he hit a grand slam that led Berwick to victory. In all, Phil was an accomplished fastball pitcher and hitter for more than 25 years, playing on a number of Valley teams. He was consistently among the league's leaders and was selected to numerous all-star teams primarily for his pitching. In addition to his fastball exploits and his prowess at card playing, primarily cribbage and auction 45s, Phil's been involved with the Masonic Lodge for over 40 years, serving in various capacities. He owes his involvement in the lodge to George Moody, one of his former ball coaches.
I would like to congratulate Brother Phil Lloyd on being inducted into the Berwick Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations, it's well deserved. And I just want to say, Phil, it's a special night for you. It's a great honor to be inducted into the Berwick Sports Hall of Fame. Just enjoy the evening and please take care.
I mean, if you said Valley Fastball League to anybody and asked about pitchers, Phil Lloyd's name would be one on the top of the list because he was that well known, for his ability to get the other team out, right? So.
The Berwick Sports Hall of Fame is pleased to induct in the athlete category Phil Lloyd, one of the top fastball pitchers of his generation.